Hello, I'm going to start off with a bit of a whinge. Well, not really a whinge, a request, I suppose. Did you know that some 60% of the watchers of my video have not actually subscribed? 60%. If they did, that would take me over 500 subscribers, which would be nice. So just a request for people that watch my videos. Please consider subscribing and also getting notified. You know, I only do a couple of videos a month, so it's no big deal, is it, really? Okay, just have a think about it, yeah? Right, enough of that. This latest question comes from my PM versus CM gig for the PMI Budapest, Hungary chapter, which I did quite a few weeks back now. And once again, unfortunately, I don't have the name of the person because of those wonderful GDPR regulations. It's kind of a bit strange because some countries are okay with it and other countries aren't. But hey, whatever, you have to go with the flow, I suppose. What's the question? Do you see business transformation as the latest buzz phrase or as a form of real change management initiative? Or is it something else, something third? Let me add digital to business, as this will cover everything in relation to transformation. Just before I start, let me put things into context for you. I was delivering digital transformation over 20 years ago. Yeah, 20 years ago. But it wasn't called that then. I was a change manager. Yeah, so it was like change management. And just to give you an idea of what I was doing, here's two major projects that both lasted for about a year and a half, something like that. One was a big core banking implementation for an Austrian bank based in Poland that involved getting the corporate side of the business of the bank to use completely new processes and a new platform to work from. 500 users in total, approximately. The other was for a large UK central government ministry that was implementing a centralised ministerial briefing system for their ministers when they go and answer questions in Parliament, which involved something like 4,000 people. Well, we trained 4,000 people who had to change their ways of working using this new bespoke built technology. Digital transformation. And just to come up to date, give you another view, about 5 years ago, I think now, I was involved in a project to move the head office of a large pharmaceutical company to a new building in Singapore, which could be classed as digital transformation, given that the new building was completely fitted out with state-of-the-art technology, which was totally different than what was being used in the old head office. So every one of the 800 impacted stakeholders had to change their ways of working. Need I go on? Yeah? Oh, okay, all right. A bit more context. Business digital transformation is now the catch-all name for the implementation of any IT-related products or services. Change management is the discipline that helps get whatever the technology is implemented and accepted, adopted and used by the people, hopefully without too many problems. Anyway, as I sometimes do with these questions, I'll take some of the content from an article I wrote in 2018 on LinkedIn called Digital Transformation: Is Change Management the Key to Success? I think it was about 2018, so quite a few years ago. So, where to start? Big subject, really. Let's break down then the two words digital and transformation, shall we, just to kick it off. Digital is really about communication between electronic devices, because their devices talk to each other using a binary code. And binary means using ones and zeros. Okay, that's what digital is. Ones and zeros. So digital is another way of talking about the whole technology landscape. So information and communication technology, phones, computers, printers, tablets, etc. Anything that speaks to each other. Got it? Good. Transformation is not just a change, but a much more profound and radical process which turns an organization in a new direction and takes it to an entirely different level. It's a complete makeover where the end results is completely different to what it looked like at the beginning. It will probably touch all parts of an organization and result in a business model shift and wholesale changes to people, process, and technology in that order. Remember, look at my banner on my LinkedIn profile. This means, on one hand, you can have a single instance of an ERP implementation that only impacts a proportion, probably a large proportion though, of an organization's people. But on the other hand, you can have an all-embracing organizational wide transformation that will impact every single person. No wonder there is so much confusion out there when people talk about digital or business transformation. What does it mean? What exactly do you mean? Once again, having done some research on Google, I came up with some quite interesting results. One of them says, change management for technology previously used to be applied in what could be referred to as the last mile. In other words, we'll think about it later. Let's get it started from a technology perspective. We'll think about this later. When you're implementing the technology, you would focus on a lot on the processes and then look at what the impact will be on the people. All right. Then you would evaluate that impact and compose a change management plan. Now, with digital or business transformation, though, change management has become a first mile step. That's in other words, you should include change management and what you're going to do right at the beginning, because it's a people impact thing. Frequent digital transformations are the result of increased business demand stemming from evolving technology and the requirements of constantly improving productivity. This causes firms to implement new systems that require fast adoption by their employee base. Because this shift in the resulting need for change management is now very prevalent across sectors and disciplines, and the ability to drive these projects is becoming an important competency for most management roles in modern organizations. Got it? Right. Second bit, digital transformation will fundamentally change your company's mission critical processes and operations. I've talked a lot about processes. Did you watch my previous video about change management and process managers working together? Have a listen. Done right, it changes the way your company works, the way it thinks, and it addresses challenges. If you want to change the game, say as a CIO, you need a change management plan that addresses culture as much as technology. So there we have it. Change management for business or digital transformation. Is that it? No, not again. I'm going to move on. Yeah, a bit more. Digital uses new technologies to change business processes. There we go again, processes and business models. From a change management perspective, it may involve doing the things you already do, but differently and more efficiently, or doing radically new things, all of which is supported by this new, wonderful, all singing, all dancing technology. It is changing business models and processes that give digital its disruptive element. As with any other businesses or technology information, sound thinking, okay? And solid business cases need to be applied. Most organizations start from a tactical perspective, using digital to improve, say, their customer experience. But once they've had that first experience of implementing digital, they tend to take a more strategic approach. That's worked, so let's have a look at the whole gambit. The most successful organizations have a very clear vision and understanding of why they exist and the value they bring to customers and the very reason for their transformation. They also clearly communicate such a vision both internally and externally. But, and you won't be surprised at this, people are the weakest link in any such effort. Therefore, involving the right people is absolutely critical, as they will be an invaluable source of knowledge, business direction, insight, and support. An organization's focus on building a structure and process to drive the digital change, they must not forget their people, who are the number one constant in any change or transformation. Given this, there is an absolute need to create and execute a plan to grow a base of great digital talent. Natural attributes such as openness, willingness to collaborate are absolutely essential. Business stroke digital transformation is happening to every industry in one way, shape or form. There is no company that is too small or large to be unaffected by the forces of digital disruption. And the changes have been, over the past few years, extraordinarily swift and downright brutal. Companies that are effectively managing business and digital transformation using change management as the driver are winning in the market. And ones that aren't, well, they aren't, are they? So that was it, slightly shorter than the previous videos. I hope that answers your question, whoever it was that asked it. I can't remember. Well, I don't know because of GDPR. And as usual, I did slightly stray away from the actual question, but if I didn't do that, it wouldn't be me, would it? Right, I've got a really healthy pipeline, and I've got quite a few to come up with. So I'll be probably doing another video in a couple of weeks. But please, as I mentioned earlier on, don't forget, subscribe. Yeah, get what's the word? Notified. If you like what you hear. Of course, if you don't like what you hear, fine, don't. Just carry on where you are. I'll see you again in a couple of weeks, probably. Cheers, bye.